ファンと共に、小島さんの新しい出発を応援します。
はい、ありがとうございます。
頑張ってください。
はい、ありがとうございます。
What's up, everybody? It's Eonkir with an update on Hideo Kojima's world search for the newest and latest technology. Once again, the following information comes from Hideo Kojima's Twitter as well as Mark Cerny's Twitter. We left off on January 25th when Kojima paid a visit to Sony Interactive Entertainment Europe, or SIEE, to check out the PlayStation virtual reality technology. Be sure to watch my previous video for the full scoop on that. Today I want to talk about the rest of Kojima's trip, what studios he visited, and what technology he saw, as well as share a message he left for the fans via Twitter. So after his visit to SIEE in London on January 25th, that same day his next destination was Guildford, UK, where he visited the studio of the development team Media Molecule, who are best known for their work on Little Big Planet. Kojima had previously collaborated with the studio with the Metal Gear skins featured in Little Big Planet, but this was his first time visiting the studio in person. One of the things they were doing there, according to Mark Cerny, was checking out some of the studio's character creation tools, which I find very interesting. Kojima did experiment with avatar creation in Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, so perhaps he's planning to allow players to create their own characters in his next game as well. Just speculation, obviously. Just because he's checking out a certain technology doesn't necessarily mean he'll employ it, but an interesting prospect nonetheless. Following his visit to Media Molecule, he returned to London for another meeting at SIEE that same day, and then the following day, on January 26th, he paid a visit to none other than Guerilla Games in Amsterdam, Netherlands, best known for their work with the critically acclaimed Killzone series. What was discussed or presented behind the scenes wasn't made public, but Guerrilla Games always makes games with cutting-edge technology, with cutting-edge graphics and whatnot, so I'm sure Kojima saw a lot of cool and interesting things that he could possibly use for his new game. Kojima's next flight took him to Paris, France, where he arrived the next day on January 27th. There, he paid a visit to Quantic Dream, the studio behind heavily story-driven games like Fahrenheit, Heavy Rain, and Beyond Two Souls. Now this right here definitely seems like a place that Hideo Kojima will benefit from greatly. The studio focuses heavily on cinematic storytelling and performance capture, so I'm sure there's a lot here that Kojima can learn and take from for the kind of story-heavy cinematic games that he likes to make. But apart from the fact that he visited the studio, not much was revealed about what went on behind the scenes. And with that, Kojima's 10-day search for the newest and latest technology concluded, but not without leaving a long message expressing some newfound thoughts about his latest experiences, as well as his excitement for the future. His message goes as follows. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic, by Arthur C. Clarke. Here's my feeling about the intensive studio visit. So I may conclude that game creation is to use the magic to this real world with the use of the latest technology, or that is to say, to make the dream of the people in this real world come true by magic. But just having technology doesn't mean you can make magic. Human resources who can maneuver technology and the environment to pull out their talent is necessary. And most importantly, the vision of the studio has to be accurate in order to embrace technology, human resources, and environment. All these facts make the latest technology magic, and what I've learned the most in this trip: start up the new studio, hire the staff to work with, find the office, construct organization, work on the latest technology, and step into the challenge of creating the new magic. This might sound as if I'm starting over from scratch, but I got fans supporting me, friends who share my dream with, all over the world, so it's not starting from scratch. I continue creating the cutting-edge game that I've been doing for 30 years, as I've always done. You know, if Kojima made a game in which one of the characters was a passionate game designer and he had to give a whole monologue, I could totally see this character reciting this exact speech in Metal Gear fashion. All joking aside, I'm loving this attitude. The man's put up with a lot of shit over the past few months, but he's back with a vengeance, super pumped about his next game, and about using technology to make some magic for us, which is great. Furthermore, it seems as though he not only learned about some of the technology that he may have at his disposal for his new game, he also seemed to have learned a lot about running his own studio. keep in mind that Kojima's gone rogue, independent, and so visiting all these studios and seeing how they're run must have been valuable knowledge for him moving forward. And now that his 10-day tour is over, I think Kojima's ready to get serious about his next game. He probably has some concepts here and there, but nothing solid so far, but now I think he's ready to go. Sony and he will probably work together to figure out what hardware and software technology they'll be using for Kojima's upcoming new game. They'll probably hire some staff with the new Kojima Productions, and once everything's in order, development will probably kick into full gear pretty soon. Exciting stuff indeed. And naturally, I will keep you guys updated on any developments regarding this mystery new Hideo Kojima game, so be sure to stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out!